Hey everybody, it's Chris with the Daily Smoke. I'm actually smoking a Maria Mancini tonight. I talked about this a little bit the other night. Great cigar, great smoke. Um, Something that I wouldn't normally have bought, and if you see my little band here, that's actually a bug band because there's mosquitoes out in force tonight. It's like the fucking Air Force of mosquitoes out here. It's crazy. Um, it's like a fucking landing pad. Sorry for swearing. If you don't like swearing, there's gonna probably be a bit of it on this channel. Not too much, probably, maybe. We'll find out later, I guess. Just depends on my mood, I suppose. I do have kind of a foul mouth. But you know, it's just words to each their own. Don't do this for money, so if I don't get monetized, which I really don't get enough views to worry about monetization in the first place, it's not a big deal to me. This is more a labor of love than anything else, guys. So if you enjoy the videos, please subscribe and hit that like button. It'll help me out eventually get bigger and maybe even do this on a more regular basis when I can actually make an income from it. And that's long-term goals. Maybe make a small income and pay for some cigars that way. Probably never going to pay for my whole lifestyle, but it'll at least pay for my cigars. If I can make $100 a month. About what I pay in cigars, probably. Maybe a little bit more. Depends on the month. Some months it is up in the $200 and $300 range in cigars, and that's more or less kind of my budget. It's $100 what I try and keep it under. That's why I order a lot of my cigars, because I do have a daily smoke kind of habit. I'm not going to post these videos every day. I will try and post them as often as possible. I'll try and post them once a day, maybe once every 2 days. Sometimes you're going to see a couple days where I don't post, and that's because I am a very busy human being. I didn't get off tonight until probably 2 hours after my typical work schedule. But I will try and post them as often as possible. I do smoke a cigar every night, and the thing is I don't smoke a different cigar every night, and I don't want to redo reviews. Sometimes I'll just do a talk. Maybe I'll just do a talk about kind of what's going on in the world. Maybe I'll do something like that. That's going to be a different kind of video, of course. But let's get right into this cigar, because I know you're probably just trying to get into this, trying to find out if this is a decent cigar. If you're not familiar with it, which a lot of people aren't going to be, and I'm going to try and focus the camera here on the band just a little bit better if I can possibly do that. It's not going to want to focus. Nope. See if I can maybe get a focus like that. Oh, there, maybe. But yeah, it's made by, I think, Magic Mountain, if I'm not mistaken. I might be fucking mosquitoes. This isn't even working. These do actually work really well. It just doesn't seem to work on these fucking mosquitoes. But, so, Maria Mancini is not a extremely old brand. It's an old enough brand to kind of know their bearings in the cigar world, and to have time to really kind of master their craft. I will say this is the Robusto size, kind of a dark wrapper, Maduro wrapper there. It's kind of a boxy construction, which kind of makes me think you'd think it's like a box type press, maybe a machine made cigar, but it is handmade, hand rolled. But you can see kind of that boxy construction there, but that could also just be the type of roll it is, because I've had these where they're not quite as boxy. But smell wise, I mean, it definitely smells like a light to medium cigar. I don't really get a lot out of the smell of a cigar, I'll be honest. And if you do, more power to you. But I just don't get a lot out of a smell of a cigar. I couldn't tell you if one's good or not based on the smell, at least. Gonna toast the end there just a good bit. Then I will say one thing I have noticed about these cigars is it's a very even burn. My angle is all messed up. I apologize. So as far as the burn is concerned, it's a very even burning cigar. The flavor is definitely a light taste to the cigar. I will say it's probably a really good coffee cigar. Good smoke there. You can see it's very, very easy draw. I would say based on the draw, and the other ones I've smoked. This is probably about a 30 to 45 minute smoke. If you're not as heavy a smoker, then you might get an hour out of it. Um, but an hour might be stretching it. But I won these. Believe it or not, I actually won these. I didn't pay. I paid $1 for not even shipping. If you have to pay $1 for tobacco products, because they can't give them away for free. Um, but I will say that I did win these. I won them on JR Cigars Beat the Dealer app. I've had it for a long time. I order a lot of stuff from JR just because they have done very well by me. I had some issues with a box I got from Cigars International. They were just very dry and had cigar beetles, little holes in them, and I just wasn't impressed with the box I got from them. I'd ordered a bunch of boxes from them, and then I tried ordering their brown bags, and I understand brown bags are kind of hit or miss, but the brown bag I actually ended up getting was just cigar beetles and dry ass cigars. And I was just like, this isn't what I paid my money for, and it's not expensive, sure, but they're not expensive cigars in the bag either. Now, I've had an Upman or two in there, I've had some Rocky Patels. Most of the time you're getting Cigar International's version of everything in those brown bag samplers, or some Cuban sandwiches. They're not going to be huge, big money cigars, and that's understandable. It was more or less something I kept in the humidor. Once in a while I'd get something decent in it, I'd put it in my personal humidor. The rest of the time I'd put it off to the side or put it in a smaller humidor or a box I had. Didn't really worry about it. And I would give it to friends. But those cigars I wouldn't even hand to somebody. People that aren't cigar people. Because I always like to keep something a little bit less pricey off to the side for people that don't like cigars, but you want to be cordial and definitely let them try a cigar. You'll never know who you'll get hooked on cigars with you and you can smoke a cigar with. It's a great time. Not hooked on cigars, probably a bad way to say it. But you never know who get into the hobby. Big fan of this cigar. Would I buy a box of them? Maybe. I would maybe buy a box of these cigars. And that's purely because of the fact that for the price, you cannot beat this. So I've not had a cigar that for the same price point, in the $3 to $4 range, that's what these retail for. Mosquitoes everywhere. That's what these retail for. It's crazy cheap. And no cigar is really cheap. Cigars are always expensive. There's no such thing as really a cheap cigar. Unless you're getting Swisher Sweets, and you're not getting, that's a cigarilla, that's not a cigar. This, for the price point, is unbeatable as far as I've seen. And I've smoked a lot of cheap fucking cigars. Anything someone gives me, I'm going to smoke it. No matter what you hand me, I'm going to fucking smoke it. And I might not finish it, I might not like it, but I'm going to smoke it. I'm going to give it its fair shot. Because I've had things like this appear in my hand sometimes. And believe it or not, I had a Magic Mountain that was handed to me by a buddy. Got it in like a fresh pack when he ordered a couple of other things from JR. Came as like a bonus portion, or it was one of the sampler packs. We are starting to, nope, still good, bro. Came like a bonus pack, and they weren't these, but they were Magic Mountains. And they were a blue banded Magic Mountain. He gave me 4. He got 5. He smoked 1 and gave up on them, and handed me 4 of them. I smoked the other 4. They weren't amazing. They were really subpar. I'll be honest. I wouldn't recommend them to anybody. Not worth the money. They're cheap, but not worth the cheap money. Kind of the same way a cigarillo is cheap. Maybe someone loves them. I'm sorry if you do. I don't. I got a coolant smell from them. Very aromatic person when it comes to the smoke off of a cigar, and I smoke in my car. So I'm sitting here riding down the street, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm leaking coolant. So I get in my car, and I'm looking under my hood, and I'm still smoking my cigar, and I can still smell coolant. I'm like, well, fuck, where's it leaking from? And I'm pretty mechanically inclined. So I was looking around, fucking checking everything, got under my car, I'm looking, no fucking coolant lines are busted, no hoses are fucking need adjustment. Everything's clamped down pretty good, no radiator leak, water pump isn't leaking shit. And I'm just like, oh fuck, where is it leaking from? And I was like, fuck it. So I checked. I had coolant in my reservoir. I was like, I'll make it to the house. Didn't overheat on me. Wasn't overheating at all. So I made it to the house. Finished my cigar. Went back to my car. Didn't smell anything. I wrote it off. I was like, well, fuck. Maybe I spilled some at one point and it was in a little pocket and it burnt off. Maybe that's what I smelled. So I drove it. And it was fine. And then about a week later, I popped up another fucking Magic Mountain. Popped in my mouth. Was driving. And guess what? Fucking smelled coolant again. And I was like, what the fuck? So I got out, checked my car again. Never ever had that smell from a cigar. Checking my car, and I took a puff of my cigar. At this point, a buddy's standing next to me. He's like, man, it's your fucking cigar. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, your cigar smells like coolant. And I was like, no. I was like, full of shit. And I went, immediately. I was like, what? I was like, I'm going to die. I was like, what the fuck? It's coolant. I don't think there's coolant in it. I just think it's a very odd smell, and I'm very, very familiar with coolant smell. It was definitely dead-on coolant smell. I don't think it was coolant. I don't think they put coolant in their cigars. Obviously, it's not a great flavor. I'd definitely taste it if there was coolant in the cigar. So it definitely wasn't coolant. I don't want to give them a bad rap while they're trying to poison people or something. I tasted coolant. Dude, coolant doesn't taste very good. That's a story. I'll tell you that in a second. But it was not a good experience. But these are a good experience. And that just shows you what a brand can kind of do. If you don't like one cigar by a brand, that doesn't mean you should write off a whole brand. Because they do, every brand has their good and bad sticks. Short of Perdermo, I love Perdermo. Perdermo sticks are just, like, all their cigars are great. Nothing is bad with Perdermo. I'm sure I'll find one. I'm sure someone in here is going to be like, oh, fuck this cigar, fuck that cigar, whatever, I don't like this one, the champagnes are garbage, I don't like their sun-grown, some bullshit. Or maybe their factory tour blend, I don't like it, it's too dark, I don't fucking know. Someone will have a complaint on what I just said, but you know what? Every cigar has their bad, and every cigar has, well, not every cigar brand has their good. This one has a good. I just like it. And Maria Mancini did a great job with this one. It's a red banded. If you can find it and you can get a good deal on it, pick up a pack. It's a good daily smoker. I got a box of 8. I won a box of 8 on the Beat the Dealer. It's like a high card, low card. I'm not affiliated with JR other than the fact I order cigars from him. It's worth playing if you can win, and I've won twice. The first time I won, I got some Eastern Standards, and I do have some of those left. I'll probably do one of those maybe tomorrow or the next day. And then this time I won the Maria Mancini's, and I didn't realize that Maria Mancini was Magic Mountain until after I won them, and I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, okay, these are going to be terrible, and I was wrong. I was wrong for thinking that. So it's definitely worth the shot. Definitely give it a try. If you have the additional income to just throw at random cigars, I recommend. Don't make it your cigar order for the month, because you don't know. You could fucking hate it. Who knows? Fucking mosquitoes everywhere. Everywhere. I gotta get one of those little zapper bulbs, and you guys can hear that in the video here eventually. It's gonna be awesome. But get the fuck out of here, mosquito. But yeah, I mean, I won't complain about it. It's a good smoke. It's a good smoke. It's a really good smoke. I wouldn't have a problem smoking this twice in a week, twice in every 2 days. I wouldn't smoke it every day. It's just very light. But a morning smoke, this is it. Of course, I'm smoking it tonight, but that's because I was doing the review. Typically, I'll smoke a darker cigar at night. Sorry, a full body cigar at night. I say darker. Good thing about these lighter body cigars as well is that I smoke my car a lot. They're easy to get rid of this smell in a car than it is to get rid of a full body cigar smell in a car. And I always make sure I freshen my car up after a cigar most of the time. And it's a big thing. I can't smell it, but other people can smell it. My wife can smell it. My son can smell it. So I make sure I get the smoke out of the car. And I'm a car guy, so my car does matter to me to a good extent. Of course, it needs some love, TLC, but I know what's wrong with it. I know it's not going to give up on me, knock on wood. So, but I work in cars still. So I sell cars now. Don't work on cars anymore. I loved working on cars. Just selling cars is a little bit more less back work. Oh, speaking of which, I had a long day. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't get home probably till about a couple hours ago. Had some ribs. Having a cigar. Got some whiskey in the house. I don't like drinking whiskey with my cigars. I do sometimes, depending on the cigar, if it's meant to be paired with whiskey. But typically, you're not going to catch me drinking whiskey and smoking a cigar. You catch me drinking a beer, maybe, smoking a cigar, drinking coffee, a soda, some juice, some water. I don't do whiskey and cigars as often. I've had a glass of wine with it. I'm not a big wine person, but I've had it with the cigar before. Um, but I will tell you that this is I don't just the whiskey and the cigar pairing. It's two strong flavors, and I don't like the two strong flavors paired. And I drink my whiskey straight, no ice, so it's a very very robust flavor, and it kind of kills the flavor of the cigar, especially a lighter cigar like this. So, to me at least, some people fucking love it. I mean, it does unlock some flavors you won't necessarily always taste. So. But if you do want to try it, give it a shot. Let me know what you think. If you've ever had it, please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about it. Please subscribe. Hit that like button. It really helps me out. I just want to do this for you guys. I'm not doing this for money. There shouldn't be any ads on my videos. I don't click to monetize. I may in the future. But as of right now, I'm not really worried about it. So go ahead and smash that like button for me. Just go and clickety clack it, hit that subscribe button. Just hit that. Let your friends know about my cigar reviews. You'll be seeing more here in the future. Hopefully we'll start to accumulate and people will start to see me a little bit more, because I want to get people the information about the cigars. It's always nice to know what you're expecting with a cigar before you buy it. I don't mind smoking shit, so I don't mind if I get a shitty cigar once in a while. This, of course, isn't one of those, but I don't mind it once in a while. I did get a 6-pack of Gurkhas. If you're a big fan of Gurkha, then you'll be excited because I got a 6-pack of just assorted Gurkhas. I got kind of the classic Gurkhas. I don't even remember what all of them were. I'm not a big Gurkha guy, but it was a sale, and I was like, oh, I need these Gurkhas, so I bought the Gurkhas on JR. Like 25 or $30 out with shipping. And I was like, that's amazing for a pack of Gurkhas. I was like, that's an $80 pack, $60 pack. I was like, I just need to go ahead and jump on that. So I jumped on it, bought it. I'm going to give one of them to a friend, as well as an Easter Standard. That's the guy that just keeps giving me Monte Cristos, and I own that at least. Yeah, if you're a big fan, then definitely give them a shot. Very, very good. I'm a big fan. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys head out. I'm going to head out myself. My neck's starting to hurt. I need to get a better camera angle. Oh, Lord. But yeah, have a good one. See you guys next time. Oh, shit. I should have shot one.